We know 11.0.7 is bringing the Siren Isles and everything. It's also bringing Plunderstorm back. A lot of us already know that now. It's not a surprise, but it's bringing it back with some new items, some interesting stuff that we'll be able to get that wasn't available in the first round, along with a practice version of this thing. Mr. GM's doing a quick rundown of everything coming in the Plunderstorm event as it returns. Let's see what he has to say in this quick summary.
Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about Plunderstorm, and more specifically we're going to talk about Plunderstorm's return in patch 11.07 and everything you need to know about the return of Plunderstorm, the dates, the rewards, what's new, all that good stuff. But before we jump into that, guys, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is Boot.dev. This video is sponsored by Boot.dev. Boot.dev is an online platform where you can learn back-end web development from start to finish in Python and Go programming languages. The folks at Boot.dev believe that the smartest way to learn code is to make sure you're never bored. Boot.dev is online, self-paced, and feels like a captivating RPG game. Not everyone has the means to pay for a membership, so all of their content is free to read and watch in guest mode. A paid membership unlocks interactivity and the game that goes with it. And they never want a student feeling like they've spent their money on something that isn't helping them, so Boot.dev offer a 30-day, no questions asked refund policy and a free demo of every course and its interactive features. So click the link in the description box and use my code MrGM to get 25% off your first payment for Boot.dev. That's 25% off your first month or your first year, depending on the subscription you choose.
An entire
year. Thanks
year.
again to Boot.dev for sponsoring this video. Right, so yes, with patch 11.07 launching on December 17th in the NA region and December 18th in the EU, this brings a ton of new features to the game, including a new zone, turbulent timeways, and of course the return of Plunderstorm happening during 11.07.
Plunderstorm was such a fun thing to just do on an offhand time, like whenever you felt like just doing something random. I enjoyed Plunderstorm a lot, and believe it or not, it was such a fun thing to watch. My son, 7-year-old, loved to sit and watch me play Plunderstorm. It was one of his favorite things to do. And that's what's cool about it. It is, in fact, a very watchable thing. If you're into Twitch and stuff like that, it's a lot of fun to watch. It's easy to pick up, basically.
Now, Plunderstorm is coming back, but it is changing the way that you get rewards and a couple of other things. But let's talk about the date first. So as of right now, as of the PTR, the current date for Plunderstorm is listed as January 21st, 2025. And this is currently slated to last until February 24th, 2025, which is 34 days in total. Now, I would imagine that patch 11.1 is scheduled to release on that week of February 24th, as there's various other calendar dates which do end on that week as well. So it's kind of looking like that is going to be the launch week of patch 11.1. And
I kind of wish they just kept Plunderstorm like eternally going. I think it's a cool game mode that they should just continually keep it up. Not long enough. I agree, Konisi. I wish they would just keep it going.
So I imagine for EU, these will all just be a day later, so January 22nd and February 25th, but we'll have to see about that. But yes, Plunderstorm does last for only 34 days. So
yeah, it's not long enough,
it's going to be pretty short this time around. So let's talk about changes. What changes can we see with the new Plunderstorm? So of course, the Earthen will now be an option to play in Plunderstorm, which is fun. There's also some data and some assets pertaining to being able to queue in-game instead of outside of the game. Now, you can still queue outside of the game in the regular way that you would before, so just like with the different modes on the character select screen, but there is data to show that, yeah, we might be able to queue from the PvP tab in-game now.
This is pretty cool, and I feel like, I hope, this is the first step in fully integrating it. It's blocked here by my face, but yeah, you can see it right down there, just like you queue up for anything else in PvP. Fully integrated into the game. I wish they would just do this and keep Plunderstorm alive forever, just constantly going. And give us seasons of Plunderstorm like we do for seasons of Arena or whatever else. It would be awesome. It needs to be forever going.
This is not working currently, but it looks like you can pick your mode and queue in straight from there, which is actually really handy. So I'm wondering how that is actually going to work. But yeah, it looks like that's something that they are currently working on. The other change you can expect is in practice mode. Now, as of recording this is not available.
Saint Rodo, thank you for the follow, or Rado, thank you for the follow. Welcome to our skirt.
To test. However, I would imagine you just get to go in there by yourself, run around, and of course just kind of like test out the abilities and things like that and kill stuff. Yeah, I would imagine that's probably how practice mode is going to work. You might be able to do it with friends as well, just to practice like playing together and things like that. We'll have to see, but a practice mode is available. Of course, as well, you will have your solos, duos, and maybe trios. Now, trios has not been featured on the UI at any point during this PTR, but Plunderstorm has been super buggy, and we haven't been able to test it. It just doesn't seem to have the trios icon on any of the UI elements, but that just might be a bug as it was added later on, so I would imagine.
This game was so much fun. I'm not going to lie, watching somebody play Plunderstorm right now is giving me the itch to play Plunderstorm. It was just such a unique game mode. And yes, I know it's just another iteration of Battle Royale, but it was so... It had just that wow twist to it that made it a lot of fun. What's up, baby?
But that just might be a bug as it was added later on, so I would imagine, yeah, we're probably going to get solos, duos, and trios during this new iteration of Plunderstorm. Now, before we get into the rewards, I do want to talk about the currency. So the currency is once again plunder.
Oh.
However, this is a new...
Holy crap. Thank you, Saint Rado, for the 1,000 bits. Damn. Thank you so much.
Plunder. This is listed as a new currency. This is not the previous plunder, but I'd like to hope that the plunder we got previously is available to spend on the new store. So let's talk about the rewards. Yes, we have a new storefront for Plunderstorm. So let's just go through some of the new rewards that you can expect on the Plunder store with the return of Plunderstorm.
This is what matters.
So to access the Plunder store in-game, you can press this button here from the PvP menu, and that will pull up the plunder.
Oh, wow. In the game. This is a really cool feature. So you can basically, while you're just chilling, queuing for something else or whatever, you can go check out what the loot is for Plunderstorm in the real game. Oh, wow. Okay.
Plunder store. The Plunder store is also
I love
available
this integration
from the character
feature.
select screen as well. So this is the Plunder store in-game, obviously very similar to the in-game store, but all of this is purchased with Plunder, of course, our currency for Plunderstorm. So all of the previous rewards are here that you got through the Renown track. Now, the Renown track doesn't look like it is coming back in 1107, so if you never played Plunderstorm previously, you will have to purchase all of the older rewards through Plunder.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just tells you the amount down there and a little tick if you've got it previously. Now, I did max out my Renown on the last one, so all of the ticks are just previous.
So it's all about the
rewards.
plunder
So
now.
let's talk about what's new. We have Sparkle Snap, which is a new crab pet for 2,000 plunder, and Parley, which is a new parrot pet for 2,000 plunder. Going into mounts, obviously, we have all of the previous mounts, but we do have some new mounts. We have the Plunderlord's Midnight Crocolisk, which is 5.
Interesting. Midnight Crocolisk. Oh, so I said all of this stuff in the new loot, if you pay attention to it while he's showing it to us, all very purpley and voidy. This one's even called Midnight. It's all hinting at the next expansion. It's kind of cool.
1,000 plunder. This is, of course, a recolor of the mounts that we've seen on the trading post previously, which is nice to see that coming in. And we have Hook Talon as well, which is an awesome purple-looking parrot mount for 5,000 plunder, and is going to wear a little hat with a purple feather. For toys, we have the Swarthy warning sign for 500 plunder, and it says perfect for creating your own pirate hangout. So we'll have to see what that does. Also, you'll be able to purchase 750 Traders Tender, but if you've got this previously through the Renown track, this will not.
That's pretty cool. So if you're just grinding, if you got it through the Renown track, you can't get it again. All right, well, that sucks for people who did it. But if you haven't, I mean, this is cool. You just grind it out.
Be available to you. This is just for new people who haven't done it before.
If this was an infinite grind, holy crap, that'd kind of be broken. People would just be grinding plunder for Trader's Tender.
Not be available to you. This is just for new people who haven't done it before. So for weapons, we have the returning weapons, of course, but we do have some new ones. We have the Swabby's Shovel for 1,000 plunder, and the Swabby's Oar for 1,000 plunder. And this is also a Plunderstorm appearance, which it does tell you there in the description as well, which is nice. Then we have Plunderstorm Storm-Ridden Neck Sever.
Yeah, see, all purpley.
Which is a axe.
Voidy.
And we have a sword, the Plunderstorm's Storm-Ridden Rapier. Also for weapons, we have the Plunderlord's Storm-Ridden Cutlass at 1,500 plunder, and the Plunderlord's Storm-Ridden Sigil. So
a lot of these weapons are so cool looking. And look, if you're an outlaw rogue and you're not just completely raiding the shit out of this thing to get all the loot, you're insane. The transmog for outlaw rogues is perfect in this damn thing.
Storm-Ridden is kind of the name of the new stuff that you can expect through Plunderstorm. For guns, we have the previous ones, of course, but we do have the Plunderlord's Storm-Ridden Hand Cannon coming in at 1,500 plunder, which is, of course, a recolor of the Plunderlord's Hand Cannon. The Swabby set is also available. This is from the previous Renown track, as well as the Snazzy set. So you'll be able to purchase that if you never got that. And, of course, the Strapping set, which is like the Plunderlord set, which I think was at the end of the Renown track previously. But we do have a recolor of the set called the Storm-Ridden set. So this is a darker recolor of that set. So we have the Tricorn at 1,000 plunder, the shoulders at 1,000 plunder, the chest at 1,000 plunder, the pants at 500 plunder, the gloves at 250, the belt at 250 plunder, the braces at 250,
As an
and
outlaw rogue, I
the
declined
boots
these.
at 250. So you are buying separate pieces here, but of course, once that set is all together, you would imagine that it is
It's a
just going to be
good-looking
all
set.
together in the set tab of the appearances. At least I hope so, anyway. For Helms, we have previous Helms returning, but we do have some new ones. So we have the First Mate's Dashing Cap at 1,000 Plunder, and the First Mate's Dashing Headgear at 1,000 Plunder as well.
Nice.
Also, Plunderlord's Old Eye Patch is coming in at 2,000 Plunder, and Plunderlord's Old Hat at 2,000 Plunder.
Is the eye patch is a helm, right? I kind of wish you could wear the eye patch with the pirate hat. Now, that's a combo I'd like to have, but I think the eye patch qualifies as a helm slot item. So you can't really do that.
As well. And then the returning Plunderlord's Monocle, which does match the strapping set, I believe. Plunderlord's Tabard is coming back for people who didn't get it previously. That'll set you back 5,000 Plunder. And finally, for back pieces, we have the Plunderlord's Storm-Ridden Drapery at 1,000 Plunder.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm concerned about one thing. Okay, all of this is purchased with Plunder now. There's no more Renown tracks, so there's no more about grinding it out, getting the time in. That doesn't matter anymore. It's all about the Plunder. The one thing I'm worried about, call me a cynical person, they're limiting this to 1 month. I'm very concerned that at some point towards the end, they're going to make Plunder purchasable with real money. And then you're going to be able to, everyone who didn't get everything they want, just, spend $10, get yourself some Plunder, and then you can buy everything you want. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm worried about, because now it's all currency-based. There's no more Renown track for it, and they're limiting it to a month. I just hope that that's not the game plan. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just hoping it's not.
Course, that does match the Storm-Ridden set. So that is all the
I can
rewards
see
you
it
can
happening.
purchase on the Plunder Store. So if you wanted to purchase absolutely everything and you've
Hopefully
never done
not,
Plunderstorm
Conies, yeah.
before, it's going to set you back 70,000 Plunder. But if you have done
70,000
Plunderstorm
Plunder,
before
damn.
and you have purchased everything, you will need 35,500 Plunder. Now that number does seem to be changing with every build, so as of the recording of this, the amount of Plunder you need for the new stuff, as mentioned, is 35,500, and for absolutely everything, it's 70,000. Now for the amount of Plunder you get, this was buffed during Plunderstorm, and I think it ended up being around about 3,000 or so.
That's true. They buffed Plunder towards the end of the event, so I think they'll do that again, to get people more into it towards the end, make sure that you're getting everything you want. So hopefully, maybe, like I said, I don't have any indication that's what they're going to do. It's just me being a cynical person sometimes.
Per win, but obviously there's different factors there. How many people you kill, how many NPCs you kill, things like that. It really does vary quite a lot with the amount of plunder you get for winning and whatever position you place in Plunderstorm. But yeah, hopefully this isn't too much of a grind. We don't have the longest time to play it. But yeah, there's definitely some new rewards for people to collect through the new Plunderstorm.
Yeah, very cool.
So yeah, there you go. That is everything we know right now about the return of Plunderstorm in 1107. As of the recording this, it has not been tested on the PTR. It does look like it is going to be the same map and everything like that. No major changes, at least in regards to that. But yeah, it is nice to see Plunderstorm return. I know people aren't that happy about it, but I know people are also very happy about
Who's
it.
not happy about it?
I would like to...
What is wrong with people? I mean, you don't got to play the mode if you don't want to. Why would people not be happy about it? He's not just saying that. Every time I posted about Plunderstorm, it was like there was a ton of people in the chat just getting pissed off in the comment section. My most disliked video on YouTube ever was when I said that Plunderstorm was a great thing. It's still, to this day, my most disliked video ever, because people bitched about how they thought that the devs were wasting time on some Battle Royale PvP event. I don't get it. It's like some people don't want to see other people happy. Same thing yesterday, I posted about player housing. A video went up on my channel about player housing, and people were commenting, "This is a waste of dev time. This is stupid." I'm like, why can't you just let some people enjoy themselves? Some people have been waiting for these things to happen. Let them enjoy it. You don't have to participate in it if you don't want to. It's not required. I was so addicted to Plunderstorm until I won it once. Then I was done. No drive to play. That happens with a lot of games. Yeah, you beat it, you're done. That's fine. Morning, found this place through the YouTubes. What is up, Cone? Yes, welcome in. Yes, I mean,
Come, let us lay waste to this realm.
Chris Wilson, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate that. I think more people are not happy about player housing. More people than not. I think more people than not are happy about player... Yes, I think most people are happy about player housing. It's always that vocal minority that just love to bitch about everything that happens in this game.
to see Plunderstorm come back as a brawl, just as like a regular thing would be kind of fun. But let me know down below what you think of the return of Plunderstorm. Are you going to play it? Are you going to get the new rewards? What do you think of the new rewards? Let me know down below. But if you like this video, guys, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And also, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM.
That's right, he does.
You see me streaming World of Warcraft.
He's rated my channel.
11.1.
He's
PTR,
a cool guy.
All of that good stuff. I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.
Great video. Great video from Mr. GM. Excited for Plunderstorm to return. I thought it was a great feature the first time around. I think it's going to be a great one again the second time around. Hopefully, one day we'll get Eternal Plunderstorm completely integrated in the game, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.